As per usual, most of my videos are about fixing what ain't right. See here? Chains. See here? No chain. Well, that's been that way for about 2 months now. I lost a chain when I was brush hogging, right around 2 months ago. But, I mean, you know, there's no snow flying, didn't really need it, whatever. It's off, no big deal. But winter will be coming, and honestly, I'm tired of tripping over the damn thing because it's been laying on the floor, and it's not like you can kick it out of the way because I think it weighs about 200 pounds. So what I'm going to attempt to do is put this on today. First I got to split it. See where she goes around, and then you attach two ends together, you know, make the complete circle. Well, I put cold shut on one, and this has got a bolt and a cold shut on the other one. So in order to open this up, I'm gonna have to take this bolt off of here. That's kind of the way it is. I mean, these have quick hookups on them, the latches, which is the way they're supposed to be, but I added two. I'll show you when I get her. Well, that was no good. I'll show you when I get her on the floor. Two parallel extra chains in the center to keep these up out of the treads. I'll explain that once I get into it, if you're not sure what I'm talking about. Once I get this opened up, you'll be able to see it better. But like I said, it needs to be done. Been tripping over it and bitching at it and swearing and carrying on, and let's hope this does it. Well, that was a lot easier than the last time I did it. I'm using 2 box end wrenches. Okay, hold on to that because we need her. I might have to move you back a little. Because I'm going to have to break out the big dog pliers here in a minute. As soon as I can figure out what end is up. Ah, I found her. Ugh. Now these, if you don't need them, actually they're not that bad, actually, expensive wise. But if you've got a tractor and you take chains on and off and do it with any regularity, or you got more than one tractor like I do, these are tractor tire chain pliers. And you'll see how effective this is right here. Right there's a cold shut. Can you see it? This bends around and goes through a loop and holds like a link. Come on. All right, here we go. See what we needed to do? We need to separate that. Now, can I do this with one hand? There we go. All right. We'll put you back in the perch, and well, I guess you could watch this. Sawdust. All right, so this is the way I usually do it. I lay these out just like this. Try to keep them spread as much as possible. All you got to do is, with these parallel chains that run in the center have got to be on top of the ones there, because when it goes on it, then they're underneath it, which creates crosses here to keep those cross links from falling down into treads. That's why I spent 2 weeks putting these chains together. They were just the outside stringers and then the cross links. But the problem with them was 3/4 of them fell inside of the tread and they weren't doing anything. So to make them useful, I went to Harbor Freight and got, I don't know, 2-3 buckets of chain and put bolts in every single one of them. Now I could have cut all of them and welded them all, but I went with bolts because, one, it gives a little more knobby, like more of a stud effect. And then once I tightened them all on with nuts and bolts, I went through and I tack welded every single one of them on both chains. And they work pretty good on ice. And if you priced any ice chains, real ice chains like for skidders, you'll see why, you'll know why I didn't buy any those. More than I paid for my tractor. Asshole. There we go. That's what I wanted to do. What I'm going to do is wrap this chain up around here and roll that up. So as I roll it, she should hold tight to the treads. A little something. In theory, this is the way I usually do it. There. Now as she pulls, she should pull all right. May need a little adjustment. Okay. Probably should have did the inside one first. Yeah. Okay, that's that one. Now this one on the other side is probably going to be a major pain in the ass because the first one's usually easiest. You see what I pulled that together with here? One of these over center tie downs. I don't think they're legal for the road anymore. I used to use them when I had a rollback to hold cars on the back of it, but like I said, I don't think they're legal anymore. I think you got to have the ones with the screw. And this one is going to be probably 375,000 feet apart. Okay. Well, let me get a different bite on this. Okay, I'm gonna hook it here. I'll probably never be able to get my fingers in, but we're going to give it a try. This in here. Come on, come on, come on. Just go in there. You. Okay. Now I need you to let go from there. What's holding you? Oh, I see. I got my one away. There we go. Happens a lot. Can you see? We're only a couple inches away from what we need to be. Let me work this around on the threads here. We're so close. Not sure if that might be getting in the way now since you pulled. Okay, I got it hooked. Man. I'm gonna have to make some improved tools to do this. Okay. Fit here, that'll go right here. All right. But I don't very often, I usually just leave these on all year. And once in a while they worm their way off if you're spinning and turning them sharp in the mud. And then they're a major pain in the ass usually to put on. But it doesn't happen that often. What would really speed things up is if I could get smaller one of these tie downs. These are a little bit too big to span too much. If I can get them a little closer and just squeeze them, well, I could make some threaded stuff and do it, but like I said, I don't do this very often. So and I'm glad for it. Out of practice doing this, it's been so long. Used to do this kind of on a regular. Okay, there we go. See her pass through? Right. So you're right up here close. Shitbag. No, not you. Talking about this tripod. Okay, see how she is right here? She's through enough. She's through too much, actually, but that's okay. Now let me go get a block of steel. Okay. Okay, so let's hope that I don't ever have to do that again. Yeah, right. Let me back this up. Take her for a run. See if she stays on there. No, you don't. I think it'll stay on there. Looks pretty good. I was turning in churning, let's put it that way, in the mud, and when I was brush hogging before, and I had it on a pretty steep corner, and she started to spin and she slid off. But I think that'll stay on there now for a while anyway. Well, there might be an easier way to do it. If there is, I don't know it. I just taught myself, if you could tell. This usually just went a little easier before when I cut some of this out of this, because this was sloppy. It came off of me a couple times there a few years back, so I took some links out of it. And now she's shorter. It makes it harder to get the ends together. And this used to just, I set her up, spin her, pull, lock her in place, and it was over. All right, well, if I decide to post this, yeah, might as well let everybody laugh at me. Hey, thanks for watching.